continue where I left. I was now talking about the Yoga Sutra Patanjali's, and where Patanjali is talking how our sustain to mental health. Important in the very beginning, the mental health connected to our senses and the perceptions, outside world, how we perceiving things from outside to inside, to make the minds are, I would say that minds are clear. Clarity of the mind is very important, because the more deeper we go into the yoga sadhana towards the liberations, we get a lot of maya. This word probably some people know, illusion. Maya is very important. Even the Buddha, everybody know Buddha. Yes? So Buddha, I would say that one of the most recent, greatest yogi, and he's born as a prince, and then he went to the forest, finding the path, how to liberate himself, and then of course even him, Buddha also in the path of the liberations in the later stages, a lot of Maya comes to distract him. So we are not Buddha, so we are just a lay person, so we are much more further away from this liberation. But it's good to remember every time you are practicing this first stages, make sure the minds are clear. The clarity of the mind is important, so that all the things are coming to the minds, it's reflected as it is. That is one of the sutra he said, Tada drashtu swarupe avastana. I mean, whatever comes there, you get reflected. The mind will reflect it. And now come to the context. So, the moment we are connected to our senses, we're dealing with attachment and aversion, to let go of this attachment and aversion, because senses have all kind of cravings and then aversion. Both are equally balanced. So, sometimes we have to like something, certain things we doesn't like anything. So we are identifying what is our cravings, what is our rejections, and do some practice to let go of that. And that is a process of the purification of our senses. When we do this, practice and let go, practice and let go, and then we developing the 4 stages of the liberation. We call sabija samadhis, samprajnataha. This is a say, that means concretely this liberation connected to the objects or experiences. So it's not something connected with the feelings, it's a concretely, like some of my old students know that, my cheesecake story. Craving towards the cheesecake, I'll let go of the cheesecake. Aversion towards the Berlin weather, I'll let go of these aversions. Okay, these kind of things we need to concretely see it. Okay, this is my aversion, this is my attachment, and let it go. The more in my work, the 4 stages are developed. The first stages is that recognizing the negative impulses. If I have cravings or aversions, both are, the moment I recognizing, yes, I have a craving towards my cheesecake, now I cannot eat the cheesecake, automatically I get a little bit tightness, anger, all kind of a reflection come. These recognitions, first recognize that and let go of this all kind of tightness, mental, emotional, whatever. That is the first liberation, first step in the liberation. Or aversions. For example, I hate the Berlin weather. If I go getting lost with this Berlin weather, then of course I will be suffered. The moment is coming, hey Krishna, listen, don't fall into the trap. Berlin weather, you cannot change it. I'm not the God, or I'm not I don't have power to change it. So let go, whatever the weather. Today is beautiful weather, but I'm not happy. Yesterday is great, also it's fine. It's just neutral, it's fine. I cannot change anything. So I'm not getting victimized of that. So we need to cultivate these kind of things. First, recognizing the negative impulses, let go. And once these negative impulses crumble, you come to a lot of a neutral stage, which called vichara. Vichara is much more after these negative impulses dissolve, you come to the stage which I'm okay with that. But it's a very tricky zone which you can still fall on. The negative impulses can come back again. Anytime they can come back. For example, I have a craving towards cheesecake. So I'm let go all this tightness, mental, blah 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 blah, or emotional, yara 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 yara, whatever. And then 5 minutes later it can come back again. Or half a day later it can come back again, because I'm very close. So the first stages and second stages are very close. Last week I was talking the 3rd stage. We need to keep on working on that particular aversion and attachments, so that we can developing some sort of a gap. This gap creating Ananda state. That means I'm fine with that. If everybody here bringing as a gift, Krishna, we want to bring you cheesecake, it's fine. Then let's say, let's we eat share together. I'm not going to be happy. At the same time, I'm not sad. Okay, today I cannot eat the cheesecake because I'm fasting. You know, I'm not be sad. You know, it will be like a neutral. Like I'm just talking about the weather. It took me 15 years to deal with this weather. Now I'm fine with that. It's sunny or gray, it's fine. Even in summer, it's gray, it's fine. Okay, it's like that. So we are just come to this stage, Ananda stage. This is third stage. And then there are another fourth stage, which called recognizing our ego. This is Asmita. It's very important. Whenever we talk about the ego, we have a two sides of the ego. It's like the same coin. One side is like a brighter, bigger, which called healthy ego. Another side is much more narrow. It's much more me. This is we call in the Sanskrit Asmita, or small ego or unhealthy ego. And of course, Patanjali later in the chapter 4, chapter 3, he talked a lot about this, how to recognize it. Last year, when I'm talking about the 4th chapter, I was talking a little bit more about this. But for today's practice, I want, the moment you are let go of these negative reflections, you come to this neutral pose, and then you're working on more, you come to this gap, like more or less space between the object and yourself. And the more you're staying in this kind of a gap, you come to one stage where you feel like there's somebody experiencing this whole experience with the senses. That is the Asmita. That is the unhealthy ego, and we need to recognize that. Because without recognizing the Asmita, the unhealthy ego, we cannot liberate. Why is important? Because Asmita is the identifications, this body. If I'm talking, I'm Krishna, I'm an Indian guy, and I'm a yoga teacher, you know, all these identifications. Okay, today I'm wearing a blue shirt, white pant, sitting in a studio bar, teaching you guys. Everything's identification are based on my Asmita. So never think that Asmita is something wrong. No. We use the Asmita like an antidote to recognizing the healthy ego. Some people have a tendency, we have all the times reflecting towards the healthy one. It's great. But most of the time, we are always fall into this narrow way to see me, I. And to recognize that, first we need to go through these 4 stages. And easiest way to recognize your ego is choose what is your cravings, what is aversions, one object, and then let go of that negative reflections. See this gap between this object and your impulses. And the more you're going away and away, you feel like a freedom, you feel like sometimes I'm okay with that. But after that, you will find one place where it's who all experience this all, it's my ego, Asmita. That's need to recognize. You need to clearly see that yes, it's my senses are going through this self called Krishna, recognizing and making all this drama. Telenovela is a long stories, never ending stories. So for today's practice